Alright, take two. Definitely wasn't recording for 7 minutes without turning my microphone on. Or saving it in the proper place on my hard drive. Definitely didn't happen. Leader of the guard unit at Fort Neffel is a known coward. He's already dispatched a messenger asking for reinforcements. If his reinforcements get here before we can take the fort, we'll be flanked on both sides and surely lose. In that case, we'll have to surround the fort and take it as quickly as we can. Exactly, we have to be swift as possible. So good news, bad news. Good news is nothing. I'm playing this again, I guess. That's fun. That's good news. The bad news is this mission's bullshit, and I had forgotten about that until I had looked up on the guide. So there are two sets of monsters you can get in this one. You can get Garuzis and Mountain Warrior, which should be over here somewhere. I'm gonna keep walking, I guess. I assumed they'd be in the forest, but I guess maybe Mountain Warrior makes sense to be in the mountainous area. They just said east of there, so east I go. There we go. I'm being attacked by roaming monsters. Hold it right there. You can't go this through here. Leave your toll and be on your way. Fuck off. So there's another monster here. Goes by the name of Moisture Creature. Now this game was specifically released at a very specific time in the TCG, the trading card game. So I believe Moisture Creature had been released pretty around the time that this was released. So most of the Battle City monsters in there, and Moisture Creature, while I don't think it appears in Battle City at any point, I don't remember, but I don't think it appears. It's in this game for whatever reason. It's a monster with, I think, 3,000 attack and something like 2007 defense. I gotta look it up because I've never used Moisture Creature, or never on purpose. Let me look while I get off that special attack. In the game, it doesn't really have an effect. It's just, or if it does, I've never really leveled it up that much. Wow. I did not tip very much for that to pop up. Okay. If you tribute summon this monster by tribute summoning 3 monsters. Okay, or you can just read me again. Fucking, I hate the Wikia. So not only does it reformat itself, so that I have to scroll down, then a fucking ad pops up after I've already started scrolling. Fuck you. Where the fuck is the effect? I just had it. I hate this. Let me try this again. I think I might have hit. So if you, oh my god. There we go. You tribute summon this monster by tributing 3 monsters on the field. Destroy all spell and trap cards in your opponent's side of the field. Yeah, that's not a great effect. That might have been a great effect when it came out, but even then, I don't think so. It's just too much of a cost. So we got Garuzis and Mountain Warrior. Next, we want to head over here, and that's when the fun begins. So the way to get Moisture Creature is very specific. It's not, how do I put it? It's not on purpose, it doesn't seem like. It just seems like it's got a really small area to spawn in. And the requirements are strange in that you have to sit still in like a strange spot for a long time. I don't know how they even found it. Probably knowing people, they probably hacked the game or something. Yeah, what was I gonna say though? So it's a pain in the ass. You have to build a watchtower. Sorry, you have to build a cannon, then a watchtower, and then put your monster on a specific point along that watchtower line. It's confusing, and then you have to wait for like 5 minutes. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, we'll do it. It'll be fun. Well, fun's not the right word, but we'll do it. Yeah, so I haven't played this in like 2 months for no reason other than I didn't want to set up my Wii. That's not 100% true. I don't know why I didn't want to play it, really. I mean, that's mostly it. I figured it would take like a while, and I was always lazy. And then it turns out it only took 3 minutes tops, and yeah. And then I mean, I have no excuse for not wanting to play Pokemon Nuzlocke Run, other than I don't want to play Nuzlocke. But yeah, it's surprisingly took me no time at all. And I'm just like, why wasn't I playing this earlier? Anyway, I do want to beat this so I can move on to. Not that I'm not enjoying this game. It's just I think it's run its course. I'm having fun still, but I don't know how interesting it is. How many parts in? I don't know what part it is. It's in the teens, but the gameplay wise, it's been more or less the same. And because I'm good at this game, it's been pretty easy. Like, I've yet to be really challenged. Probably because I'm not using the monsters they give you. If I really wanted to like make it entertaining and challenging, I would have only used I wouldn't have used any of Yugi's monsters in Kaiba's campaign. But I don't care. Not that it would have mattered. Kaiba's monsters in his campaign would have gotten overpowered, given enough time anyway. So, it's just, if you know what you're doing, if you've played an RPG before, or an RTS, then it's not going to be too difficult. So, I do enjoy the game though, and if you have an emulator, if you have Dolphin, I recommend getting it. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. It always struck me as weird. Like, I don't know if this game did well, because I remember when I worked at GameStop, it was like one of the few GameCube games. Well, we had a couple, but one of the few recognizable GameCube games that had like it was like $1.99 or like $2.99. It was a fucking steal for how much it was. And then it was weird because like I really enjoy this game, and for the same price you can get Metabots. I think it's called Metabots Infinity, which I can tell you is not even worth $2.99. I don't know what the fuck they did to Metabots. It takes place during like season 3, which I watched the first episode and I was like, no, this is not the Metabots I know and love. This is a cash grab. And you picture a Metabots game. What do you think the Metabots game would consist of? Probably some robots fighting each other, right? A la Custom Robo style, or you know, a typical mech customization game. Maybe it would be like a turn-based thing. You can kind of get away with that. Maybe it would be like, you know, just fighting, two robots fighting, and you've got to get away with it, or do it that way. That's not at all what Metabots Infinity is. I think like the first like 5 minutes I turned into like a car or something, or I started going like a driving mode, and I think it only got progressively worse from there, and it was not fun. The voices were different. The gameplay was weird. It was like adventure style, so I was like running and like hitting things in a forest. I don't ever want to play it again. I don't know if I broke the disc. I don't break this very often, despite what you may have thought at the end of the Digimon World 4 stream. So I don't think I broke the disc. I think I might have just taken it to back to GameStop and just like, this is garbage. It's not even worth my $2.99. I was like really upset at it. Like, I was like, this could have been so much better, and it wasn't. Let's go for Blackland Fire Dragons, because they have more health and attacks. So that happened. On a more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related note, I think someone said, I've looked it up and it's confirmed, but the update for Legacy of the Duelist should be coming out soon. Or I think they just said it was coming out in winter. I know once it gets released on PC, they're going to update it for PS4 and Xbox One, which I will be excited for. Legacy of the Duelist is a lot of fun. I think it would kind of suck if all they did was add DLC, and especially if they don't make like a DLC pack where you just buy all of it at once, which I don't think Konami will do at all. Because the current DLC, it's like $5 for 2 duels. And there's a couple different campaign versions and stuff. It's like that doesn't appeal to me. That's not, you know, that seems like a waste. Like I bought 2 of them. One of them I can easily say I regret. Like I bought the what do you call it? The Duelist Kingdom one from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series 1, and it came with. This is why it was so stupid. It came with, oh, I didn't realize this. If you wait, then it takes blind off. Oh, that's something I should have been more prepared for. The only duels it adds are Bones versus Joey, and then I think Pegasus versus Kaiba. But it's in Duelist Kingdom, so it's fucking worthless because it's like unplayable. Like the rules back during Duelist Kingdom were just so stupid. And the cards themselves, it was more of the game hadn't evolved yet. And I can give it leeway. Like I understand. Actually, should I kill that one? I should. What am I doing? Just kill that one, and then I can take all the time I need to heal. Like, Duelist Kingdom is fine the first time you watch it, but it's infuriating to watch any time after that, and playing it is all equally infuriating. But, yeah, so that's not worth the $5. They don't add the cards or anything. GX, they add in, Season 4, but they only had 2 duels, but it's still, they add in, Jaden versus Yugi, and they add in Jaden versus Nightmare, who's the protagonist, or the antagonist of Season 4. Which is some pretty cool duels, and they give you a bunch of fucking cool cards, including the Masked Heroes. Like, they give you a bunch of the Masked Heroes. They give you a bunch of Jaden's cards, a bunch of Yugi's like endgame cards. So that one is really worth it, in my opinion, especially if you like those 2 seasons. But I haven't looked at the other ones, so I don't know what's offered for 5Ds or for Zexal. And then there's a bunch for Arc V, but $5 for 2 duels and a couple cards seems rarely worth it. So, yeah, I don't know. If they made like a giant pack, like give me $20 for like 20 is a little steep still, but it's Konami, so I'll give them leeway. Give me $20 for like 10 for like all the DLC together, like all the packs, and I'll buy it. Like just give me like $1 discount per pack. That's not true. That would be a lot more discounted than that, but still. That's all I want. I am a simple man. But more than anything, even if they update it, I'll be happy with just a rule change. And this may seem crazy, I want them to update the draft play. Like they have like these battle packs, which are like these they're basically booster packs, and they have they let you do sealed play and draft play. Sealed play being that you get a deck, and that's your fucking, or you get a pack, so you have 45 cards, that's your deck. Do with it what you will. And then there's draft play, which is you open up 3 different packs, and then you pick from one, you pick from the other, you pick from the other, and each time cards just disappear from it, seemingly random. It's supposed to simulate when you're in like if you're in like a card shop or a tournament, and you open up a booster pack, you take what cards you want, and then you pass the booster pack to the left, and then, you know, you're left with whatever the person next to you didn't take. So if the pack starts off with 9 cards, I don't know how many cards come in a pack anymore. I'm very out of touch with the TCG. But say it comes with 9 cards, you open your pack, you take the first one you want, probably the most rare one, and then for the person next to you, they'll take one, so they pass it over. Now you have 8 to choose from. Then you pass it over again. Now you have 7, and usually with a bigger group of people. And then you open a couple other packs, stuff like that. It's fun. I've done it once or twice, and I really enjoyed my time with it. But it, what was I going to say? So they tried to simulate that in the game, and I think they do a pretty good job of it. Other than really OP cards not being picked right away. Like, you would think the rarest cards would go away the quickest, but the AI is not super great about that. But if anything, that just makes it easier. And I mean, it doesn't really affect things too much. My only problem is that they only give you, I think, 3 different packs to do that with, and then for the sealed play one, they only give you 2. And it just seems like such a cool idea. And minimum, there should have been like 10 to do that from, because that's a lot of replay value. You can keep trying to make new cards and stuff like that. So if they add more of those, I will be very satisfied. That and changing the rules, or updating the rules, not the rules, I'm sorry, the ban list. Because some cards are banned, like, the ban list is designed for right when Pendulum Monsters came out. So there's a lot of shit that's still banned that doesn't need to be banned. Looking at Elemental Hero Stratos, there's no reason for him to be banned anymore in the world of Pendulum. Alright, so I gotta build a thing there. I'll build a trader first to see what they have, because I want fucking Dragon Claws. I don't know why I can't find them anywhere. It should not be that difficult. I've gone through 2 fucking campaigns, or 1.5 really, not even a half, but still. I'm a little upset that I haven't found any Dragon Claws. Why can they be that rare? So supposedly you can get moisture creatures to appear before the enemies respawn, but we'll see. Alright. 500, equipment, trader, quick attack, polymerization. What's quick attack? None of that's really useful. Alright, let's make a cannon, watchtower. So, the area we're looking for is right around, oh, fucking, that's really annoying. It should be right around here. You can kind of adjust it once, actually let me look. I have a picture of the area. I think it's gotta be further out. Why is, I had the watchtower, why is that, oh, this is difficult. I can't see it. How do I don't know what I'm doing here. Hang on. I think I'm at the... Why does theirs look so much different than mine? Am I at the wrong spot? Okay, it should be further down here, it looks like. This all looks weird. This is not how it's looked. Okay, so I gotta move it slightly over. Too much. As you can see, the time limit is ticking down. So, not bueno. It's, there we go. Okay. Didn't have to wait 5 minutes at all. Awesome. Got really lucky. So this is the spot you want to aim for. Hello, you there. What? Who are you? Oh, thank goodness. Finally someone I can talk to. I am, well, how can I say this? From another planet. My name is, we'll just call me Moishka. I came to Earth to extend the hand of friendship, but I had some trouble with my spaceship and somehow ended up trapped in this primitive computer program. You're saying you're not just another game character? That's correct. I am like you. How do you say my existence is real? Well, this place isn't too bad. I do have an important mission to carry out. I cannot stay here forever. I must find a way out. That being the case, I thought to offer my help to you. Your help? Yes, you are what they call a marshal in this world, are you not? I appear to be classified as some kind of monster. So by fighting for you, I'd actually be working on a way out of this world. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. What do you say? Alright, let's give it a try. There is no reason for that ridiculousness. I don't know why I don't know why moisture creatures in this game to begin with, but even less, I don't know why moisture creature needed to be sentient and an alien and not part of this program. Seems a little far-fetched. Anyway. Oh, fuck. It's not what I meant to do. Trying to get used to the controls again. Alright, so that's done. That's good. That's a load off my mind. That mission should be a lot faster, too. But, you know, shit happens. Okay, so there's monsters in the next mission too. No monsters in the mission after that though. Okay. All right. Where are you? You're taking forever. Okay. What else? Just trying to think. So I want Legacy of the Duelist to be updated. That would be pretty swell. That'd be pretty nifty. What am I working on? Yeah, I've just been really I'm annoyed because I had some more free time this week because one of my professors is out getting surgery, and so I've only had a few classes this week, and I theoretically should have had more free time to record. And I spent the whole week on the overnight schedule. Like, I just never broke it. So I'd get up I'd go to bed at like 6, and then I'd wake up at like midnight. And then I'd just be up for in the middle of the night, and I don't want to record in the middle of the night because I think it's rude with my roommate. And then, God forbid I wake him up, like just hearing me talk. The walls are all thin and everything like that. Ah, they're here. So I've been trying to avoid that, and I just never broke it. I was just doing that all week. Just too tired. I was just tired during the afternoon. I couldn't get around it. Hopefully I fix that next week. Not that it would matter. I wouldn't, yeah, but I'd like to, you know, not do that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think I haven't had this class for 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. I should heal, because I can. I should use Swords of Revealing Light too, just to drive home how much better I am than them. I get Diane Keto. Special. So, yeah, so I feel guilty for not recording at the same time. Like, there's nothing I could really have done. I feel extra guilty because I wasn't really playing anything most of the week. On Thursday, I bought XCOM 2, and then I bought Danganronpa Despair Girls, which is like a second spin-off of the... Well, it's not a spin-off. It's like a... I've heard it... I tried not to look too far into it, but I've heard it described as like an action game based in Danganronpa, and it takes place between 1 and 2, which I am all about. But I've heard people say it's not as good as the other two, but still really good. Like the other two just set too high of a bar, that's all. So I'm excited for it. It was on sale for 20 instead of 40. I was just like, well, these games go on sale like once or twice a year, so I'll make the dive. And XCOM 2 wasn't on sale. It was just I forgot it came out on PS4, and I really wanted to play it. And then finally, I was just like, fuck it, I'll just buy it. Because I bought gas last week and groceries, so I don't really need anything. Isolated and battle weary, it was only supposed to be a matter of time before the Northern Army collapsed. But Speckle and Necubetos, two tough Imperial guards, have held Kaiba at bay by sheer will alone. An irritated Kaiba decides to have another unit attack from the sea and break the enemy once and for all. His plan is to hit the enemy hard with a blitz attack before time runs out. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring these two again. I don't really need anyone else. They say to bring... No, actually, yeah, they say to bring 3, but fuck them. Actually, 3 might be helpful. It's so expensive. Is there really no better monsters I can give to them? Whatever. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what else? Let's save. Really hungry right now. I'm trying to debate whether I want to go to... I could wait an hour for the dining hall to open up. General Necubetos, the enemy is attacking from the sea. What? Ha 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 ha. Time's up. Kaiba, you traitorous little bug. I may go down by taking you with me. I'll bet that's not going to be true. Alright. Suggit. Boremount. Okay. Let's send Pegasus out to go capture these places. Actually, let's send Bones too. Just make some extra... Actually, let's send Bones this way. And then I'll turn Pegasus around, because he'll probably have to fight the people. I'm about to make this really awkward for these two. There we go. Which one is which? That's Jokin. That's Suggit. And then it's supposed to go from there to there. Supposedly there's monsters in the way here. We shall see. Should build a barricade for extra fuckery. Nearing Thormount. So which one's Thormount's the one over here? So I'll just send Pegasus to go roam around outside there. Well, I can probably beat roaming monsters with Bones. I'll be fine. There are a lot of monsters though. This is kind of ridiculous. So this is Monster Tamer and Sea Serpent. That's Speckle, so he's leading the charge. And then various water monsters. Didn't change course at all. It's kind of surprising. Come on, go. I want to get this done. Let's try and go here. There we go. Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of the same. Come on, you cowards. I'll show you a true warrior face the enemy. I feel like this isn't going to go well for you. Yeah, what was I talking about? No, so I just didn't do a few things. I didn't buy pizza this week. I didn't eat out at all, really. I say really, I didn't eat out at all, period. I got groceries already, so I don't have to save for that. Why does it seem like Dark Magician 2 has less attack? That's weird. But yeah, so I was able to save a little bit, and I'll try and get that done. I was able to save a little bit, so I can still put money away for rent and pay for XCOM 2. What is Beast Commands? That's an interesting combo. I mean, it would be interesting if you didn't die the next turn. Yeah, I can't decide if I want to walk over to Wendy's, if I want to walk over to the dining hall, or if I just want to make food here. It's different for dining hall and Wendy's because they're on the meal plan or on my campus thing, so I don't really have to care about spending too much. But I don't want to walk anywhere. I gotta go to work tonight in a couple hours. Actually, I have to leave here probably like 4 hours, and I don't want to. I don't want to keep working every weekend. It's definitely draining me. I'll bring my 3DS and my Vita this time, because even though I bought Despair Girls, I can't download it here because the Vita's not on the Wi-Fi. Or is it? Are you on the Wi-Fi? I can't tell. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, shit. I could have been downloading this. I'm gonna do it right now. I've got a little bit of free time. Not doing much. Error has occurred. Okay. I must sign in the PlayStation Network to use this application. Okay. Error has occurred. Great. Not fantastic. So I can't use it. I thought so. Something with the verification of something with the verification makes it so I can't use the Wi-Fi here, which is annoying. It's like, can I? This is riveting stuff. But no, so I'll talk about XCOM 2. I am fucking in love with it. So I was a big fan of XCOM Enemy Unknown. I kind of played it blind. It just I bought it. I didn't wait until it was on PlayStation Plus, which it was for like a year. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool game. It's basically, how do I put it? It's an RTS, but not really a super in-depth one. So I think it's easier for people to get into it. I could never play a game like Age of Empires or something, but I can play games like this in XCOM. In fact, I like them. I like the strategy element, just like not... Like Civilization kind of is kind of annoying to me because I don't like... I'm a fan of minutia in those kind of games, but just like having and controlling so many tiles at once in so many different cities and doing this and that and everything perfectly, it's just a little annoying to me. I don't mind Civilization. I'll play it occasionally, and I'll like sink like hours and hours and hours into like one game, and then that'll be like enough for me. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I enjoy them, but just not too much. But XCOM and this kind of game I can play just forever, pretty much. Yeah, it's looking like I can't. Yeah, this is what I thought. So it doesn't have. I have to sign in to use the Wi-Fi here. I'm like campus internet, so I have to use my campus account and password. The Vita doesn't have the application to enter those. This is a very first world problem. So the reason I'm going to bring both is because I don't know how long. Like, I'm going to be home for an hour. Whoop, I almost dropped the controller. Before I go to work, but I don't know if that's enough time to download it. So I'll bring both just in case. But anyway, what was I saying? So XCOM 2. Oh, so I played XCOM on PS3, and it was definitely kind of buggy, and the load times are not great, but the core gameplay was really fun. And I felt pressured throughout the entire game, which is the way it's supposed to feel. So basically, in XCOM, aliens are attacking, and they're overwhelmingly destroying you. So it starts off, there's like little, basically your typical gray aliens, the sectoids. They come in, they've got a small amount of health, and there's only a couple of them in the missions at a time. So you take a squad of 4, and you'll usually, in the beginning it's usually up against like 4 or 6 at a time, which is super easy because they're much weaker than you. Or at least the sectoids are. And then they introduce more and more enemy types, and there's more and more of them per mission. And you can, during this time, you can increase your technology and your equipment. So like the first thing people recommend you do is, not people, but it's like, especially for the harder difficulties, the first thing you should do is upgrade from like traditional weapons, like, you know, they look like machine guns, but they don't fire that much, or like assault rifles. Kind of goofy versions of them, like 2K, Civilization, Fire Axis versions of them, but you take them and you upgrade them, and then you get laser weapons, and then you get plasma weapons, and I just genuinely enjoy it. I like the idea that I'm working towards something. So it's just a lot of fun. It ramps up things. You slowly, it's like an arms race kind of, like you're trying to get your technology up as they get, like, as the game progressively gets harder. And even if you don't advance the main story, then the enemies will keep upgrading. Like, you can not do the first the first task until like you're fully decked out in like the highest rated armor and the highest rated weapons, and the enemy will also be the highest rate at that point, because they go based on time. So if you don't do things fast enough, then they will just start ramping the difficulty up all on their own. And it's kind of difficult too, because well, in XCOM 1 at least, you would basically just scan for alien threats. Like, you would just be on, like, they're just like a holographic globe. You scan, and then and pretty much missions are given to you. So either UFO abductions, where UFOs appear in 3 different places, and you have to choose which mission to do, and there's different rewards based on the mission. And whichever place you don't go, so like say you go to China, but there's still another one. So say you go to China and you don't go to like Brazil, and you don't go to like Mexico, and you don't go to like the United States, then those areas panic will increase and stuff like that. And if you fuck over one set of countries enough, or if you fuck over a country enough, it'll just leave the XCOM Union, and you'll just have, you'll lose access to the funds, you lose access to a lot of stuff. So there's high stakes. And yeah, it was fun. And then XCOM Enemy Within came out, where it's just the same game, but they added a fuck ton of stuff. I think of it as an expansion, where they added a few missions which weren't really the big point, because most of the missions are like randomly generated, which is fine, because it's the enemies that really make the mission. And they added a bunch of new like weapons, a bunch of armors. They added genetic modifications, so you could, after researching the enemy aliens, which was already in the base game, you unlock different like genetic modifications. So like there's this one enemy that can jump really high, and after you autopsy them, then you can also unlock the ability to have your soldiers jump really high, and then you can unlock mech soldiers, so you have your soldiers go under a procedure, and now they basically get robotic arms and legs, so they can pilot this big like mech. And it's fun, changed the gameplay enough. There was plenty of stuff added, so I was even more of a fan of that. I actually platinumed Enemy Within because the trophies weren't as hard. Because a big thing XCOM is known for is ridiculous difficulty. And so like some of the things like, how do I put this? So some of the ones like, I'm trying to, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Let's put a very expensive trader here. Enchanted Javelin, Spirit Monsters. Yeah, I'll buy 1 or 2, just because I don't have it. It's a new item. And then let me go towards this way, because this is supposedly where the monsters spawn. There's a trader here. Just normal stuff. Yeah, so it's known for its difficulty. So there's a bunch of trophies for beating it on the highest difficulty, beating it on higher difficulties, and Iron Man mode, which means think of like Fire Emblem. Now imagine if, because they have permadeath in Fire Emblem, but in XCOM they take it a step further in that you can't reload a save because there's only one save, so you're kind of fucked. And all right, I gotta look this up because I'm getting really nervous. I'm not gonna find these monsters. When Mokuba is nearing Thormont, he will meet a band of roaming monsters. Defeat them when they join you. Okay, that's all I have. Do you want to have him show up? I don't think it has to be Mokuba. I don't know why it would be. Please? Alright, they said nearing, so maybe I'm just going to go out this way. I don't know where the spawn area for it is. It says nearing Thormont, right? This is Thormont. That didn't seem like nearing. Maybe I should... Oh, there we go. This is way out of the way. What are they talking about? Oh, okay. So this is the remaining water monsters. Wow, there's a lot of them now that I think about it. Alright, so we should definitely go for the Sea King one first because it's got the regenerating health. I forget, does Summon Skull... I think someone mentioned it, that they do extra damage with their lightning attacks, but was it against water monsters? Did he not get... Did Regen take off his blindness? I didn't realize Regen was that powerful. That's pretty, not great. So yeah, in the original XCOM, there were a bunch of trophies for like beat the game on the hardest difficulty, beat on like the hardest difficulty in Iron Man, which is the fucked up save mode one where you only get one. So I wouldn't have a problem with that, but it's like when the game's already hard and you have no chance. Like I don't want one mission to fuck up my entire playthrough. That's all. Like typically, I don't I'll admit it, I'm reloading a fuck ton on my playthrough of XCOM 2 right now. That's because I don't really know the game that well. But typically when I play through XCOM, or when I played through the Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within, like on second and third playthroughs, I didn't really reload the saves just because I liked the challenge more at that point, but because I knew the game in and out. But for trophy-wise, not being able to, like having it cut off, is kind of bullshit. But I mean, with PlayStation Plus, actually, I think regular PS4 has this too. You can just reload a save, like if I, or when the last time it updates. So, oh fuck, really? Stop missing. This is like crucial. Yeah, so I did this with Binding of Isaac a couple times. I did it when I was trying to unlock the Lost, but you can just I actually did with Diablo 3 for the hardcore mode trophies too. But you can just reload a save directly from the cloud, and that's one way to get around it. But it's still, you could do that with PS3, but I think you could only download a save like every 24 hours on PS3. I don't know. It's one of those things I'd like to go back and try, but there's a couple of multiplayer ones I'm missing from the original XCOM 2. It's only like one or two, but it's still like, I don't really want to go back to the game trying for trophies because I already am not expecting to platinum it because of multiplayer stuff. But yeah, XCOM, the original XCOM's trophies were pretty hard, and it's pretty hard on Vita. The Vita, it's weird. The Vita version is based on, it's basically Enemy Within, so it's like got all the upgrades and stuff like that. But the trophy list is from the original, and it's kind of they kind of tweak some things down a little bit just because I guess they had trouble developing for the Vita. But it seems okay. Like it seems like a good one I can stick my teeth into. I just don't ever expect to platinum it. Although I did say that about Binding of Isaac, so who knows? But yeah, that's XCOM 1 or XCOM Enemy Within, Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within, which are just XCOM 1 essentially. And then XCOM 2 has been a lot of fun. It's weird because it seems like it'd be really accessible for someone who's never played XCOM, which is great. But at the same time, it seems like they're also really like not pandering. That's not the word. They're catering to. That's still not the right word. They're not. I guess they're not forgetting about the people who have played XCOM, because like there are new enemies that like replace older enemies. So like in XCOM 1, there were these enemies called Thin Men, which were they were supposed to like look like humans, but if you looked really closely, you could tell that they weren't. Like they had like beady reptilian eyes, but they wore sunglasses to get around it. They wore like suits. Those are the ones that could jump really high. And in XCOM, they aren't in XCOM 2 because of the story. They don't need that kind of deception. But they're based on like reptilian creatures, but they can like disguise themselves. In XCOM 2, they're just full-blown reptilian creatures. Like they're big giant snakes that like can hold guns and attack. And in the autopsy for them, there's a bunch of callbacks to when they were Thin Men. Come get me, I won't go quietly. So it's like the lore is there for the people who played XCOM 1, or they'll be like, hey, remember this enemy? Well, now it looks like this. And there's a couple other new enemies that just like got introduced that weren't in the base game of XCOM 1, or that weren't in XCOM 1 at all. So I like that. I like that it seems like it appeals to new players and at the same time hasn't forgotten its old ones. And gameplay-wise, I like it too. There's a lot more choice. It's not just like pressing triangle and scanning the globe, waiting for missions to pop up. There's like different things you can scan and different rewards you can get. There's a better timer, I think. There's basically a timer going of like this project that the aliens are trying to complete, and if they complete it, it's an automatic game over. And you can try and do the objectives you want to do, so like do the missions you want to do, but you have to occasionally take out like a alien facility or take out stuff or do story missions to directly like counter this place if you don't want to get a game over. So it puts a lot of the choice in the player's hands, which makes it more difficult to manage, but at the same time, I think is more rewarding. Basically, I'm just jizzing over XCOM 2 because it's fantastic. If you never played XCOM, it'd be a good one to get into. I'd maybe not do it for $60 because some people might not like it, so if it goes on sale, definitely look out at it. It's Nick approved. After the defeat of the Northern Army, the Resistance quickly increased its influence in the North. It soon had control over all of the North and was steadily making its way to the strategic Enno Fortress. To avoid mixing with the Northern Resistance, Kaiba returns to his base in the east to attack Nanber Castle. The Emperor leads his troops into battle at Nanber. Kaiba finds that he may be old, and the Emperor is no pushover. So this is Crucial Battle. I definitely don't need you. Well, Mokuba needs something. You can have Dragon Piper. No, still too much. You can have Swordsman from a Foreign Land. Still too much. Okay, well that's fine. You can have Dragon Piper. Do I really need bones? Yeah, they only say bring 2 marshals. They are forced to bring 3. Like, I'm not gonna bring bones. That's all. Okay. So that's all set. I love these Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's Plays that there's just not much for me to talk about going on in the game, so I have to go off and talk about nothing. Like, I can't wait for the inevitable, or for the person that's watching this for like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplay. It's like, oh, you can talk all about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, I've run out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Things to talk about. Talked about Legacy of the Duelist. That's all you really get. And it's like, why was he talking about XCOM for like half an hour? It's like, because there was nothing to talk about. Yeah, getting back to my roots. This is how I used to play Digimon World 1 and stuff like that. So that's 2 missions. We're at 45 minutes. I think if I do another one, especially one I think is more story involved, that'll probably be too much. So thank you guys for watching.